Hi, welcome back to another Insider after 2 weeks of break. Let's go and start talking about pricing. This month of June, I will be talking about pricing, which I think is something very important and something that I find a lot of translators, including myself, struggle with. I know I did for quite a while, and I think sometimes we make a few mistakes and have a few misconceptions about ourselves and about our work that may actually set us back. So stay tuned and let's talk about pricing. And after 2 weeks of break, let's continue with our um, insiders, and this month we'll be talking about pricing. And I must say, pricing is definitely one of those things that a lot of translators struggle with. I know I did a lot. And because of that, I decided, I know I have done a video about this before, but I decided to revisit this subject and talk about something very important that I will reveal during this video. So, one of the things, and I think it happened with me and it happens with lots of translators, is that when we start, and even when we are already established in the business, we struggle to see ourselves as a company and value our work, and a lot of imposter syndrome. I know I've suffered from that, and that ends up being a setback for us, because it's obviously something that will jeopardize our careers and will jeopardize our success. It's true. So one of the things that we need to start thinking when we start our careers is that we need to value ourselves, and we need to see the value that we had to our clients, because we do had value to our clients. Translation is a very important business. More and more, we live in a world, in a global world, where everything is basically happens online. Everyone is online. Companies obviously need to expand, because they can no longer just exist in one particular country. They need to expand. They need to go to other countries. People in general, they migrate. They need visas. They need all these sorts of documentation that needs to be translated, and translation is there, right at the full front of all of this. We had a horrible pandemic that obviously it was extremely important, and this is when translation really was the key, because it was really important to have all these documents, all these leaflets, all this information about what was going on translated in several languages, so it would reach the entire world population as fast as possible and in their own language. So I can say that this was actually the proof of how important our industry is in the world, and we should never forget that. So when we see that, we see the value that we had to our customers, to our clients, with your work. Imagine a multinational that is just expanding to another country, and they ask you to translate all their documents, either for license applications or any other documents, any other things that they need, even their website in that particular country. That is a very important thing. The website is going to connect them to the clients that they may eventually have there. It's basically their visual connection to that particular country. Any other documents for applications with government for licenses, because companies may need to have licenses to operate in certain countries, and that is also a very important thing. It needs to be translated properly and in a way that is accepted by that particular government. So can you imagine how important this is? So this is your job. This is your job right there. That's what you've done. It's translating that and enable that company, that client of yours, to reach out that market and be able to expand and be successful in another market. So it's easy to see how valuable your job is and how valuable you are. So this is what you should be thinking first, and never think you're not good enough. I think that's one of the things that we all think. I know I did, and it's wrong. It's that thinking, oh, I'm just starting my career, I'm not good enough, well, this is not as important, da da da. No, we are very, very, very important. We establish the connection between our clients and another market and another client and another country, whatever they might need. And we enable that in some ways. We enable that. Then we need to, we already know the value that we had to our client. We already know we are very, very important and valuable. Then we need to establish that value. So we need to pay a salary to ourselves, and then we need to know all the expenses. We need to treat ourselves as a business and see all the expenses that we have, and then know exactly what we need to earn to cover all that. The expenses, plus obviously our retirement fund and all those things, and our taxes, etc., and our salary, and then divide that by our working days. I have done a video about this already, so I'm not going to delve into it again. And this month we will be talking about this, over the month we will be talking about this. But I think that's the main thing. We need to establish our pricing and be fair. We cannot price ourselves too high, because then obviously we won't get a market, and it will be unfair to the client. But we can't price ourselves too low, because then it's unfair to us and the value our work in our industry too much. So we need to be fair. And please don't make that mistake of thinking that if you are in the beginning of your career, you have to price yourself low because you are in the beginning. Just because you are in the beginning doesn't necessarily mean that you have no skills. That's not true. You have less experience, yes, because you're just starting, but that doesn't mean that you have less skills. So please, price yourself accordingly. Value yourself, because you are valuable. You are as valuable as any other colleague. So think about that. And then price yourself accordingly. Be truthful. Know your strengths, know your, for example, your specialization, something that you know you are really good, and the value that you had to your clients, and then price yourself accordingly, regardless of if you are in the beginning or not. And then I think you will be right. For me, I must say, and I already said this once, I had a struggle with pricing myself and with these issues for a very long time, and I had the help of a fellow colleague, and she's amazing. Her name is Moira Mani. She is the host of the Financial Success Summit for Translators, and she has now launched a course exclusively about pricing. I'm sorry about this. And there you will find everything about your pricing, how you should do it, how you should calculate your pricing, etc., etc. I'll leave a link below for Moira's course. And I think you should, if you are in the beginning, or if you have a little struggle with your pricing, such as I did, I would strongly recommend Moira's course, because it will be a very important help for you and your career. And that's all for today. I hope you really liked this video, this first video of June. I hope it really helped you understand pricing and how you should price yourself. And first of all, I hope it helped you understand that you are valuable and you should never think otherwise. I know I did, and that's why I always stress this to my colleagues, because I really don't want you to make the same mistakes that I obviously did and it wasn't funny. So, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, feel free to leave your comment below. As I said, I'm going to leave the link below for Moira Money's course. So if you really struggle with price and you want to learn from an absolute expert in the field, you can enroll to Moira's course and enjoy all her expertise and all her help. She's amazing. She is an amazing translator and copywriter, and she is also a mentor. And she is now doing these courses and helping colleagues. She's been helping colleagues around the world, and I can say that I have been one of them. And I think this is a great course. This is a great opportunity for those who may have struggled with pricing and how to establish their pricing. It's a great opportunity to do it right. So I'll leave the link below to Moira's course. So if you want, enroll. I strongly recommend. You won't regret it, I'm sure. And of course, put a like on the video and share with your friends, and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new insider every week. Before I go, I would like to wish you all a very good week. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.